What's up, kings and queens? It's your boy Dan from Daft Previews. We've got a two-game slate today, and we've got a ton of game time decisions to wait on, but I do have one bet down. I'm going to take you through that today. We'll also go through the two games and see if I can give you some insights to offer you some value. That sounds interesting. Let's go.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to you live from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice on the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.
You're probably thinking to yourself, why in God's name is this guy holding a baby and talking to me about NBA player props? Well, being honest with you, I was about to record about an hour ago. He woke up, wouldn't go back to sleep, fed him, still wouldn't go back to sleep. And I figured I was going to go to sleep with him, angry that I didn't get the content out, or because he's awake, I just bring him on. So he's here today. He's been a good luck charm of ours in the past. So hopefully he brings us some luck on this upcoming slate. So we just got the two games. But before we get into the picks, do have to recap the day that was. It was a pretty good day. I shared 3 picks on the video. Went 2-1. All plus money plays as well. VIP, we had 2.6 units profit on straight picks alone. Overall, 1.2. Value plays in cash as well as I would like. But for the most part, some pretty good reads. Let's talk about it. Jacoby Walter hit him at 3 assists. This was a plus 190. We got scammed by the Raptors rotations. He only played 18 minutes. He had 2 assists in those 18 minutes. He was projected for 32 minutes before that game started once Scotty was ruled out. Didn't see any time. So a little bit unlucky with that one. Aaron Gordon, I took him for over 15.5 points. Bad read at the end of the day. I pretty much based that bet on the last game that they played. I watched back some film, and the Indiana Pacers were double teaming Jokic a lot. They forced the ball out of his hands, and Aaron Gordon absolutely punished them. I expected the same thing to happen today. Didn't happen. The Pacers, they just let Jokic play one-on-one all game, which is why Jokic has a 41-point triple-double. They didn't send help. They just let him go to work, and Gordon didn't see close to the volume that I expected. I also bet on Bruce Brown over 4.5 rebounds. He did everything well in this game except for rebounding. I didn't account for Keon Brooks having a career night in rebounds. Honestly, didn't hate this bet. He was in position for the boards, which is what sucks watching this game. Like, he was so close, he just didn't put his hands out to get them. So that sucked. I also bet on Evan Mobley to get 2 3-pointers made. He missed his first 3-pointer. I got a little bit worried that he wasn't going to shoot, but he did. He finished 4 attempts. But he finishes with none. Finished with 0-0 from 4 today, Evan Mobley. I'm glad the Cavs lost because of it. Because had he made some more threes, they probably win that game. Volume was there, but on the wrong side of variance. Did cash a lot of winners, though. Kobe White for 25 points. He dominated the Hornets. Lou Dort, 3 3-pointers made. Took 7 attempts, just the way I expected him to. I was very happy with the read on that one for Lou Dort. Miles Turner over 16.5 points. That was easy cash. Had great volume in the Jokic matchup. Smashed Devin Booker over 27.5 points. Hit it a couple times in a row now. He's a wagon right now in ideal matchups without Kevin Durant. Hit on Kevin Porter Jr. over 11.5 rebounds and assists. This was a bad read, but I was lucky to get this to cash. I expected him to pick up the playmaking role. No Giannis, no Dame. Didn't happen. Cash this bet purely because of his great rebounding. So got lucky on Kevin Porter Jr. Hit Jarris Walker over 13.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He had a massive second half. He only had 7 minutes in the first half, and I thought we were cooked. But then he played a lot of minutes in the second half, and then he easily cashed this. Very much the same as Steven Adams, over 5.5 boards, 7 minutes in the first half. He saw a lot more time in the second half, and then he cashed his rebounds line easy. We hit 2 value plays, one on Jarris Walker, one on Devin Booker. So overall, it's a pretty decent day. The straight picks is honestly what's impressing me the most at the moment. I went back and had a look at the tracker, and ever since I started selling the straight picks plan, which is only $1 a day, we're up like 38 units since the start of March. So it's only been 5 weeks, 38 units on straight picks alone, doing it the right way. So pretty happy with that. And now I'm using all those picks to really run it up on Player Profit. I spoke about it a couple of days ago. I've learned a couple of things about Player Profit over the last couple of days, and I thought I'd share that with you. So initially, when I started playing on Player Profit, I bought a 5K bankroll, and then as I've been betting on it the last couple of days, like I'm close to advancing to the next phase, I realized like even if I fund this 5K bankroll, I'm going to be making less than I currently have anyway on my normal bankroll. So it was a little bit foolish for me to buy such a small bankroll. So I've already bought a 100K bankroll, going to run that thing up, and then I'll be able to put, $2,500 to $5,000 in a straight bet, and it's not even my money. So I encourage you guys, if you're looking to bet with a bigger bankroll that you don't have access to, check out Playerprofit. And an incentive for you is if you do sign up to Playerprofit and you buy a challenge using my code, I'll give you a trial on the straight picks plan, and that way at least I can help you get that account funded with some winning bets. So all you got to do is send me a screenshot. I'll leave the email address and instructions down in the video description below, so feel free to check that out. Or you can just jump straight on the straight picks plan. It's absolutely crazy how well it's going at the moment, so I encourage you guys to check that out. Now let's get into these picks. So jumping into Props Madness, the best tool you're going to find if you like betting on NBA player props. You get 25% off and a 7-day free trial if you use the code DAFT when you sign up. So we've just got the 2 games on today. Kings, Pistons, 76ers versus the Heat. Not overly exciting, but what can you do? We got to bet on it, right? So we'll get into my bet first, and then we'll talk about the games. My bet is in the 76ers versus the Miami Heat. And I'm looking at betting on Adem Bona today. And I like him to get some rebounds. Over 7.5 boards for Bona. Now let's talk about it. He's projected to play 31 minutes in this game today against the Miami Heat. This could even go up depending on what happens with their lineups, but happy to play it at 31. I looked at games this season where he's played more than 28 minutes. And when he plays over 28 minutes, he's over this line in 4 out of 5 games, averaging 9.6 rebounds per game. So I do love that. He also played the Miami Heat a week ago. He had 10 rebounds in that game. He played 30 minutes, 17 rebound chances. And what I also love about that is it was a 23-point blowout loss. So we could see another blowout today. We've got a 15-point spread. Miami, the favorites in this one. But Bona, in blowouts or not, his minutes seem somewhat safe. They're always going to play him about 30 minutes. So if he gets the game time, his chances of covering are quite high. What I also like about this is he's not going to have to be the one to defend Bam Adebayo. He most likely picks up Kelly Ware. So he's going to be in good position to get some boards today. So I do like Bona. I like his energy. I like watching him play. He gets a lot of blocks, and he actually gets rebounds from his own blocks, which is pretty cool too. But that's the only bit that I've got down now. I do like to wait for player lineups and stuff to be kind of a bit finalized, because at the moment there's game time decisions all over the place. Let's take a look. In this Kings versus the Pistons game, we've got an 8-point spread. The Pistons are favorite for this one. And we're looking at the Kings have Keegan Murray as a game time decision, Jake LaRavia as a game time decision. For Detroit, they've got Tobias Harris and Jalen Duren as game time decisions as well. So I'm a little bit hesitant to take any bets at this point in time. Asar Thompson is always someone that I like betting on, because depending on who's in and who's out, he has big swings in terms of his production. So what I would say is if either Harris, or more likely Harris, if Harris is out, then Asar Thompson, he's probably going to get extra minutes. Doesn't know the best matchup to score some points, but I don't mind him to get some rebounds. Jalen Duren is a tough matchup, but he's played quite well against the Kings in the past. But if he's out, then you've got Beef Strew's going to get some more time. It'd be very interesting to see how that rotation works in that front court. Probably see a little bit more Paul Reed. But let's talk about some leans that I thought about. We've got Malik Beasley. I thought about him. He had a terrible game against the Memphis Grizzlies 2 days ago. He was 4 from 16 from the field. He shot 25%. Could be a good bounce back spot against the Kings. He's got a great matchup. The Kings allow a lot of points to spot up shooters. They allow a lot of points above the break. It's a match made in heaven for Beasley. He scored 22 points the last time they played. Cade Cunningham was in that game, scored 22 points in 27 minutes. He was 7 from 16. So Malik Beasley, not shy to get his shots off. He should see some volume. The question is, can he shoot better? And the only reason I'm not taking it right now, because this isn't technically the bounce back game. Like, he's had chances. He's had 4 games in a row. No, sorry, my bad. 3 games in a row where he shot pretty poorly. 27%, 35%, and then 25% again. So it's 3 bad games in a row for Beasley. I think chances are he does bounce back, and I'll probably make a decision on that in the morning. 16.5 is also quite high as well. So I think they're factoring the matchup and the expected minutes here for Beasley. I'd probably feel more comfortable in the 3-point prop. Like, he's hit 3 3-pointers in his last 3 games, and he shot awful in those games. So if we see an improvement, he could definitely get us to 4. But something around Beasley That's got my eye. Cade Cunningham, I'm not interested in anything around him. He's one game back from his injury. Didn't play a ton of minutes either. So we'll wait and see what happens with him. And then looking at the Kings are a hard team to bet on. Well, they are for me. Sabonis looks like he's going to play well and then suddenly slows down. Like, he only had 9 rebounds against the Cavs, but he had like 5 rebounds in the first quarter. Crazy. Now he's up against the Pistons. The matchup is somewhat difficult as well. I'm not super excited on betting on anyone on the Kings. Not right now anyway. Once I know who's playing, it probably makes it a little bit easier. But a lot of these guys tend to have the same lines in every single game. It's really about finding the best matchup. And Detroit Pistons, like, this would have been a perfect matchup for De'Aaron Fox if he was here. Malik Monk probably has a good matchup. I know the Detroit, they give a lot of points above the break, but also around the pick and roll. So out of the starters, DeMar DeRozan probably has the best matchup to score some points, but I'd be really interested to see where Malik Monk's line sits. So that's why I'm waiting till the morning to really bet on that game, see what the bench players have to provide. The 76ers versus Miami Heat. Now, this one is a tough one. Justin Edwards, a game-time decision. I think he's got a rib problem. Tyler Hero, he's a game-time decision. Alec Burks, Andrew Wiggins, they're game-time decisions, as well as Haywood Highsmith. So I don't know who's playing for Miami. So it makes it very difficult to bet on them, although I did consider Bam Adebayo to score some points. Now, he only scored 16 points the last time they played Philly, but looking at who Philly has on their roster, like, I don't know who's going to defend Bam Adebayo. If you've got Khalil Ware and Bonner matched up, then they're not really going to have a 4 to defend Bam Adebayo. Like, we might see some Marcus Bagley time, but he most likely plays the 5 when Bonner's not there because Drummond's out, Yabusele's out. Like, they don't have bigs. So Bam Adebayo has a great matchup to score some points. He has been scoring quite aggressively as of late as well, albeit those have been games without Hero, without Wiggins, yada, yada, yada. He might have some reinforcements today. He may not, which is why I'm waiting. Like, if Hero, Burks, Wiggins, they're all out, I don't care where the line is for Bam Adebayo. It's probably still worth taking because he's going to be the number 1 option and the number 2 option by the looks of things. But yeah, Bam Adebayo is one that I considered in this game. Quentin Grimes, I've lost interest in betting on this guy. Like, yeah, he gets the numbers, but it's such a painful way to bet because, like, he doesn't cook early. Like, he does, you're going to sweat it out if you're betting on Quentin Grimes. I will say that. And also the matchup against Miami is not a great one. They have great perimeter defenders. You can see he only scored 15 points the last time he played Miami, which was a week ago. So, yeah, I'm not too excited to bet on Grimes unless I'm betting an under. Another person who caught my attention was Lonnie Walker. And I was looking at his rebounds and assists. So he hasn't played that many games this season. It was a mid-season signing, but he's expected to play 34 minutes in this game. And check this out. When he plays more than 30 minutes, he's over his rebounds and assist line in every game. He's averaging 11 rebounds and assists, yada, yada, yada. So the hit rate on it is fantastic. The Heat average when it comes to rebounds and assists allowed to his position. But he only played 21 minutes the last time I played Miami. In those 21 minutes, he had 1 rebound and 2 assists. Even if you gave him 10 extra minutes, he wasn't going to get close to covering this line, which is why I'm a little bit hesitant on it. But we'll see how I feel in the morning. I could wake up with a little bit more confidence. But until the projections are clear and I know who's playing, then it's kind of difficult for me to make any calls. And I've only got a 2-game slate. So my best bet or best tip that I can give you is probably just don't bet today. Unless you love what you see or you like a Dem Bonner like I do, then it might be a good day to take off, or you can jump straight onto MLB. Either way, it's up to you. But I do appreciate it if you made it this far into the video. This guy is still awake, so hopefully we get some good luck rubbing off on us. I wish you the absolute best of luck, though. Let's green out on this upcoming 2-game slate, and be sure to check the links down below in the video description. Click on any of those links. They do help me out. They support the channel, and they do put some food on the table for me and my family. So I do appreciate y'all. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Actually, shit, I will not. That's why it's so important that I did the video tonight. I'm most likely not going to have a video for tomorrow's slate of games. The reason being, I have a church thing to prepare for the baptism of this guy, but also I've got a basketball game immediately after that. So I'm not going to get home till about 10:30 p.m., have a shower. By the time I do research, it's probably going to be 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not going to be able to create content. So Tomorrow, extremely unlikely that I'd get any content out. But as always, if I don't make a video, I'll be sharing some picks out on the free section of Winnable. So be sure to sign up for that one. But I appreciate you guys. I wish you the best. I'll see you soon. Peace.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to your line from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice on the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.